passion, whatever you want to call it. There's just not the flavor of the month, and has been a few months. So now we're back into the game, guys. Let's take a look at the heroes here and what is going to be played by whom here. Crystal Maiden, played by FuLL's Mayhawk. FuLL Live Die, playing Viper. Dragon Knight, played by Archmage. FuLL's Ding Ding on the Earthshaker. FuLL's Naruto on the Lycan. On the Dire side, we have Mr. Crowley on the Wind Ranger. ObliqueGaming I Am Legend on the Witch Doctor. Haunter on the Skywrath Mage. Prophecy on the Void. And lastly, A35, their offlane specialist on the Centaur War Runner.
30 seconds to battle.
Someone change the mouse. Sorry about the pause, guys. We're back into the game. Some mouse problems happening in game here.
The battle begins.
Finally, into the game. We have Earthshaker going on the top lane with Crystal Maiden. Similar formation from FuLL. We saw this happening in their previous game. Both of them hiding on the top forest here. It looks like a textbook strategy here. They seem to be doing this the second time consecutively. Now we have Centaur War Runner going actually in the safe lane here on top here, expecting a solo hard lane coming in. So this is a surprise here for them. The hard lane solo has actually taken the safe lane, and they've chosen to go into an aggressive tri lane with Prophecy on the Void in the hard lane. Lycan seems to be in a bit of a jam. He's gonna pull some waves here and try to get some farm with the help of those small camp creeps here. Meanwhile, in the mid, we have Archmage on the Dragon Knight going up against Mr. Crowley on the Wind Runner. Standard build has a Null Talisman, 2 branches, and 1 Tango shared. Decent for the first game. Meanwhile, on top, it's gonna be hard for the Centaur being harassed completely by the Viper again and again.
Is under attack.
As we've always seen, Viper versus the Centaur, it's always the Viper that's just going to control the whole lane. Always, unless Centaur actually gets some form of assistance and manages to convert that into a kill. Till then, it's just going to be Viper's way all the way. A35 actually coming in really close to scout Earthshaker and Crystal Maiden, but they've been hiding so well inside the trees. They see this as an opportunity. They seem to be going for a first blood here. Great Fissure blocks the entrance. He'll tango his way out of there. Right hits going his way, but not going to do much. He's going to go back in the safety of his tower. Fissure just had enough room for him to eat his way out of there. Not something I would suggest to an obese person. In this case, it was something that was really needed. Illusion Rune gonna be picked up by the Archmage on Dragon Knight. Earthshaker also getting a charge of the bottle. That's good brotherhood right there. Sharing is caring. Meanwhile on the bottom lane we see a concussive shot go down on the Lycan. And he lets out a howl. Not of pain, I hope. Just because he wants to. Still a stalemate situation, not much happening. Lanes are controlled here. Bottom lane, Lycan being zoned out effectively, has actually level 3 112 on the level 3. And let's take a look at the Centaur here, level 2. So comparing the two lanes that have gone mismatched, the Lycan and the Centaur, the Lycan seems to be doing noticeably well than the Centaur. Centaur has not been able to pull much. Of course, Centaur does not have the pulls like Lycan does to actually farm and be effective, to not waste his time here. Pings going out on the bottom lane. Skywrath Mage circling around Lycan. They want to make something happen. Concussive shot goes out. House let out, and the Wolves let out. Casks come out, and the hitting in smack bang. Right click, void, time walks, and last hit goes to I Am Legend on the Witch Doctor. The Wolves not doing much work here. Really not much that Lycan can do. In a way, the Wolves that actually he let out turned out to be the bane of him. They just helped Witch Doctor to get those bounces off and led to his demise. One additional hit and then time walked. That was the kill. Actually, he would have died even in any other way because he chose to go inside the Sacred Shop and he was blocked from all sides. Finally, the first blood at around 4 minutes, going in favor of ObliqueGaming. Mr. Crowley from mid going to pick up the Illusion Rune. Has his bottle ready with him. 18 blast hits and 7 denies. Dragon Knight on the other hand, let's take a look at him. 16 and 6. This is pretty much balanced here. Even trades here happening on the mid lane. Not very aggressive. Both of them want to have some good farm before they try anything. Hunter from OG actually initiates on the Dragon Knight. Arcane bolts one after the other. Finally, a shackle shot caught in mid-air. Alt tab is the chat. Someone seems to have alt tabbed out of the game. Looks like close call. I wonder if it's gonna die. He still has an Arcane bolt. He still has the Ancient Seal left. He turns around to stun one of them. He has a level 3 5 red that would be up out of cooldown in 3 seconds. He wouldn't waste that time on that. Power shot going in, and Windrunner with the Windrun going in. One shot, two shot, one Arcane bolt, and he should go down. Skywrath Mage gets the kill. Crowley safely assisting him after, and plus taking a few shots from the tower, but totally worth it. Pings coming out on top here. Thinking out Centaur. Full means a precautionary ping saying that the place has been warded. No camps have spawned. Centaur just letting his teammates know. Skywrath Mage again trying to rotate and gank. The ward not actually catching him in vision, I believe. He's pretty close to the mid lane. Dragon Knight probably knows it. There is a ward, but I don't know if it got him. It's placed to block a camp plus give the rune vision, which is not exactly the place where conveniently most wards have been placed in the past. So he just circled around before that, before they could get the vision. But now he's going towards bottom lane to try and get some harassment off on this Lycan here. A sentry ward over there, probably placed to de-ward something. Not really successful. Earthshaker and Crystal Maiden actually rotating cleverly, avoiding the wards here. And they've been revealed by Skywrath Mage. A Fissure should go out, but an immediate concussive shot goes out on the Earthshaker. He stops. Would a Fissure still go out? No, he doesn't go out. Howl goes out. And finally a Fissure goes out, but blocks every one of his team from the Skywrath Mage and does not turn out to be of any use here.
My gratitude.
Earthshaker Crystal Maiden and Lycan here. Finally, it's going to be a try versus try. But this time, Crystal Maiden initiating on the Prophecy, Frostbitten, but still no follow-up, so he managed to just walk away from it. But this is a counter rotation coming in from Haunter on the Skywrath Mage and Witch Doctor. They in turn smoke up and go towards the top lane, which is where Viper would be in danger right now. He has the headdress and the buckler. Should be a great time to get some form of assistance, any form, and they go on him. Arcane Bolts let out, Silence, Ancient Seal, Hoof Stomp, and a double head. Will there be a follow-up? No, double head has already been used. Right clicks all the way. Viper Strike given out on the Centaur, but he should be able to live through this with a salve plus the healing coming in from Witch Doctor. Good rotation, and immediately after they saw the other two guys rotate bot, the CM and Earthshaker, they went on their own way towards top. They're basically just mirroring their opponent. I don't know if it's like a strategy that has been used before, but clearly it worked out well for them this time. .3-0 is the score. Let's take a look at the last hit and denies. Viper clearly leading the charts here with 42-16 and overtaken by Void, who was actually pretty close behind with 43 now. Invisibility picked up by the Wind Ranger along with haste that she has. Top lane, Centaur and the Witch Doctor farming. Meanwhile on board, CM actually approaches the Void. He has his time walk. He's waiting for the Fissure to come and block, but he'll just ease some tangles and walk away from it. The Fissure actually getting backtracked, I believe. Not much damage being done. Will actively switch his power threads into agility to maximize the efficiency of that heal here. A Chrono coming out of nowhere on the Crystal Maiden. Windrunner coming in this Fissure actually blocking. Dragon Knight, immediate TP response coming in. Wind Ranger would go down here, but the Windrunner has saved her. She's out of there along with a Stampede to follow up. Bottles up clearly effectively, and Lycan in his wolf form actually getting a few hits off and gets Windrunner. Now Void uses the time walk, finally gets more away. Lycan is still trying to chase him and will get him probably one hit, two hits. No, Lycan decides to go up, but the wolf finishes off the job. Great job by Lycan here, taking the risk here and making shit happen. Meanwhile on top they have Viper going against Centaur and CM. Damage being exchanged a lot, but bottom tower is being focused by the Dragon Knight. He wants to make full use of this ultimate that he's used up. Lots of damage to the tower. Should be able to take this tower as soon as possible here. Plus they've got the Wolf now, Howl now, sorry. So they can use that. A nice Shackle Shot actually latches on to the Lycan and the Dragon Knight. And a great deny by Wind Ranger here on the bottom lane. Meanwhile on the top lane, Viper actually tower dives and manages to bring down the Centaur. Has a mech completed. Probably did not have enough mana to use it. Probably didn't even need it. Now he has it though, and he can definitely use it. But he's got plenty of time. There's no one actually coming to hunt him down. Viper already has his mech 10 minutes into the game. Mech plus another 500 gold here. Now that is a fat Viper with 51 last hits. We see a TP coming in top in the form of Centaur here. Has his Tranquil Boots and another 600 gold. 17 last hits. Clearly he's been shut down really hard. 10 minutes and 20 last hits. That's just not right. But to be fair, he has been shut down quite hard by an aggressive trial in the beginning. And of course a Viper. There's no answer to the Viper. Meanwhile, the middle lane, Dragon Knight goes down with a combo from Wind Ranger and the Skywrath Mage actually using his ultimate. Wind Ranger is actually level 8 now, along with Skywrath Mage, who's obviously reached level 6. But that's a great level, that timing, 10 minutes for the Skywrath Mage. Crystal Maiden is still level 4. Gets hit by the power shot. Windrunner trying to take it. Shackle does not actually land, but she still wants to go. Sends the illusions just to get some minor hits off in case she had salved up, but she hasn't. Nothing really happens here. On top we see the Dragon Knight actually coming up on top after the TP. Has all his skills ready and raring to go. Earthshaker hiding in the trees. Now a perfect Fissure blocking the Centaur, but there is always the other way around to go back. But the creeps have been blocked successfully. Let's see. They'll be trying to push and get this tower. They're going the art style way of things. Push and end. Build advantage, push and end. Fight for towers. That's all they want to do. They don't want to do idle killing.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They plan probably to get another tower from this engagement. I mean, at this stage of the game, they possibly can do that. Lycan has a blast and a howl plus the DK's dragon form. A glyph being used up. This is poised to be a great moment of action here. Centaur is ready with the Skywrath Mage here. Crystal Maiden's also in the hiding here. Dragon Knight and the team actually moves into the jungle here, wanting to take them head on here. Still not in the right position. Lycan will actually scout them out here with the exact locations. Nibble a bit on the Skywrath Mage. Doing not much harm though. Ultimately, the Dragon Knight actually loses his ultimate form. This is probably the time to back off and come back when again it's time for the ultimate to be ready. They've built up a significant tower advantage here. Now I guess now they're going to try and focus the mid lanes. They're going to just farm a little bit in the jungles of the enemy and then rotate towards the mid lane when Dragon Knight is ready with his ultimate. As we see, Skywrath and Witch Doctor already smoked up. They're ready to go on this Dragon Knight here, along with the wind run on their side. A shackle goes out, perfect shackle and a perfect ultimate and a perfect death one. A crazy good synchronization. They just did it in such a flash. No wonder this is a team that has been practicing so well for so much time that it's just so much of instinct involved. They don't even have to think before doing anything.
Bottom tower is under attack.
All muscle memory and good game sense. Now we see them in the absence of Dragon Knight, Lycan, Viper, Crystal Maiden and Earthshaker trying to take the mid tower. Howl being led out by the Lycan along with his wolves. He does some short work up this tower. Very fast, goes down. Officially 3 towers in favor of FuLL, along with 1 tower on bot that has gone in favor of ObliqueGaming. 3-7 stand the scores.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The Centaur getting really close to that dagger of his, which could really help them. Although in the kills department they still are leading, but they really need to counter initiate and actually counter push them with whatever they have, and with Centaur's dagger they can probably do that. They still don't have enough power to take out towers on their own like FuLL has in the form of Dragon Knight ultimate, and the Lycan most especially, but this game seems to be poised to go a little late considering the lineups. Lycan's team, FuLL would want to finish this early to secure the win here. Centaur has his dagger as we speak, goes to the base in a bit to recharge all his HP and mana. Meanwhile, Earthshaker has his arcane boots completed. FuLL Mihawk with the tranquil boots and some observer wards. They're looking to rush here. Boy jumps in with a chrono and Mask of Death ward in place. A fissure, like I said, perfectly blocking, and the Skywrath ultimate comes in and finishes off the Lycan, the hero of choice. Centaur comes in, dives, storms and double edges the Viper being healed up though in good time by his own mechanism, and Windrunner being focused down now, plus the Witch Doctor. They're trying to go away. Witch Doctor has his heal on, a shackle that does not latch, a fissure that comes in here. The Korea is in the middle of the whole battle. Dragon Knight is still trying to focus, will not get just. Witch Doctor just survives. One more hit and he should have been down. We still have the Dragon Knight, fairly tanky here, overaxe, portraits and a wand here. Enough for him to survive most of the things that the opponents can throw at them. Still has a few seconds left on his ultimate. They'll try and get some damage off on this tower. Maybe just get it to half HP. And a shackle, a perfect shackle plus blink. That happened in such a fast fashion. There was no time to even react. Crystal Maiden goes down in an instant. Viper is the second casualty. And now they're chasing after the Dragon Knight. They still want to go. Lycan is hiding in the trees. They're telling him, hide in the trees, my friend. This is not a place for you. Earthshaker actually saving his teammate with a perfect fissure. But Lycan actually comes out for some reason. Has his ultimate though, because he wasn't silent, and he's still trying to run from that arcane bolt. Tries to dodge a possible power shot here, but still running away. He's far out of reach for Windrunner. Even trying to attempt a power shot at that range. So yeah, he's gonna be safe for some time. 310. ObliqueGaming, that blitzkrieg. Oh my god. One blink and a perfect shackle shot. Perfect two-man hoof stomp and that double edge. That is some coordination and that is some synchronized gameplay that we're getting to watch here. That's two of the best teams in Indian Dota. Battled it out. Earthshaker inching towards his dagger that let him free, and Void actually jumps on him with a chrono dedicated to getting Earthshaker down. Has his Master of Madness on. Earthshaker perfectly mech'd up and fissures and his ultimate instantly. Viper taking him to the task. Void actually losing his life in a bid to get that lone Earthshaker. Underestimating the power of a quick TP and effective healing through a mech.
Oh, look at it go!
Witch Doctor and Windrun in the mid, trying to push this middle tower. They realized they didn't really need this tower. They're gonna try their best to do the Stampede being used up. They want to escape this incoming gank attempt here by full meals here. They're not ready as a 5-man squad. Windrunner and Witch Doctor still trying to take the mid tower. Witch Doctor will probably try to hit more, take the last hit, and he gets it.
Middle tower has fallen.
I am Legend with the last hit and 5 kills. I must say, Evil Ash is probably, I'm Legend is probably the only support I've seen who actually focused so much on getting the kills and getting the towers for himself. Quite the greedy player, I must say. Lycan targeting the tower here. Shackle shot latches on the Earthshaker and the Lycan power shot actually follows up. Nothing else that's gonna come in their way. Centaur is still hiding in the trees. One good initiation, one nice stomp and double edge, and everything is set up. Shackle shot should be off the cooldown. Power shot. They get a fissure on the Windrunner and everything is focused on her. She will go down. A fast fashion. There's no way to support her in this time. She went too close to the tower and when it got destroyed. And Hoof Stomp, a blink in and Hoof Stomp by the Centaur. Earthshaker silenced perfectly in time. Can't really fissure his way out of there. Death Ward doing a lot of work. Lycan escapes at very low HP. Earthshaker though did fall in the end. So Windrunner for Earthshaker. That seems to be the trade. Centaur actually caught them by surprise. They just backed off on above the hill and let them come closer in an unsuspecting fashion, and then Centaur just jumps on them. Void actually catches the Crystal Maiden, and actually Chronos, dedicated for the Crystal Maiden, has his Mask of Madness on, will time walk upon the cliff and then TP out to safety. Not much that anyone can do here. This is Void. He can solo target anyone, especially Earthshaker and Crystal Maiden. And as the game progresses, he's only going to get more lethal. The BKB seems to be the item of choice for him. First item that's going to come up for him is going to be the BKB after the Mask of Madness. We still haven't seen a Rosh attempt, though they are always being scouted by the Wolves, the Rosh. Even the Wind Ranger actually used a power shot to just scout out the Roshan. ObliqueGaming A35 actually trying to get the rune, but being taken by the Dragon Knight instead. Things coming out for the bottom lane. Windrunner knows something is up. She goes behind, retreats back to safety. The Dragon Knight in Invis is actually hunting, trying to pick someone off, but Windrunner showing that map's awareness and actually backing off to safety. 513, strongly in favor of ObliqueGaming. Let's take a look at the experience graph. It's a mere plus 5,000. That's not something just to bank upon and easily win the game. In terms of gold, it's plus 3,000. At this stage of the game, I guess they are sincere numbers, but not enough to probably win the game all out. They just need to get their core items up and hurry the fuck up if they want to win this game. Lycan has his Necrobook level 1 up. It's gonna go for the all-out push build.
Illusion.
Void is farming, almost has his BKB up. Haven't seen a Midas, no way. This Crystal Maiden is having that well of a game to actually think about a Midas here right now. Runner on the bottom lane. Has an effective farm, has a mech ready, phase boots and a 4-star on the way, along with the bottle. 91 last hits, third on the scoreboard, topped by the Void. Now is actually a tie. There has been a tie between Void and Viper since literally the earliest of the times we've seen the scoreboard. They've always been tied up together at almost the same scores, plus minus 1 or 2 always. Windrunner a close third at 95, and Lycan followed on the 4th spot, and Dragon Knight on the 5th spot. They seem to be grouping up near the secret shop. Power shots being let out. A smoke gank being employed by FuLL here. They really want to make something happen. They're moving towards the top lane here, into the jungle. They're actually going down the hill, although they do have complete vision, so they know exactly where ObliqueGaming team is not present. They still want to stay on top and try to push out a little bit, maybe with the help of Lycan. If ObliqueGaming go in the opposite direction, maybe they have a chance to bring this tower down fast, but the cliff as always is ready, so there could be immediate TP reactions. That's not the case here. They really want to just back out here. Now ObliqueGaming has smoked. It's their turn to smoke and make something happen. They're going again in the same direction. As FuLL retreated back, they're going up the hill. They might find the Viper here, and they see the Viper. The shackle shot lashed out, but not lashes. Void comes in with the perfect chrono. Sender actually jumps in the chrono and gets the DK. DK trapped in the chrono as well. Void BKBs and TPs out just as fast in the same lane to try and get this creep wave farm here. The net worth here dropping plus 3,000 in favor of ObliqueGaming here, which is starting to rise up actually and dipped quite a much, and then gold actually plus 3,000 and in experience, and then plus 5,000 in the experience actually dipping more in favor of ObliqueGaming. 515. This is just clinical precision here. We've seen every game that ObliqueGaming has played has been so overpowering, and they don't seem to make mistakes. Their precision, their accuracy, and their timing is perfectly synchronized. Like I said, they've been playing together for so many years. It's just hard to bring these boys down.
Gasket!
Meanwhile, the mid here, Crystal Maiden, Earthshaker and Lycan standing right in the middle of the lane. Not quite sure what their game plan is now that they have a BKB on the Dragon Knight. Something flying out to the Lycan. I bet it is another one of those Necrobook recipes. Actually, 2 of those. He's got level 3 Necro now. Should be the time. Necrobooks used up. Howl let out. doing some short work of this tower, getting it done really fast. The glyph being used, finally Dragon Knight popping his ultimate
Dire's
back.
middle tower is under attack.
They want this tower at all costs. Could be denied, does not get
Dire's
denied.
middle tower
Windrunner not
has
so lucky
fallen.
this time. And the Necrobooks
Radiant's
taken
bottom
care of
tower
by
is under
ObliqueGaming.
attack.
More towers being lost by ObliqueGaming. But more kills definitely in favor of the ObliqueGaming side. Now they've smoked up from the secret shop. They're going towards the Radiant jungle. Post up. Windrunner actually goes on top. Power shots. Tries to push the wave here. Takes the last hit. They know that no one's there. She just reveals the smoke and starts hitting and starts pushing. Getting some time. Void comes into the lane. Still has a smoke. Maybe she... Okay, probably she's a bait here. Only she's the one who's been revealed so far. Void chose to be and be still in the smoke and hide in the trees. Windrunner wants to push this. Waiting for someone.
Radiant's bottom tower
Full meals in
is
turn
under
have
attack.
smoked up. They're gonna have to actually contest this and lock them down. But they always have a void. And now a Centaur and Skyride Mage join the party. But looks like Crystal Maiden, Earthshaker, like
Radiant's
all the
bottom
full
tower
meals
is under
players,
attack.
they don't care about this. They really want to just go mid and secure the mega. But I don't know, are they just banking on the glyph being used or whatever? The glyph does seem to be inactive. Yes, the glyph
Radiant
was used
structures are
previously.
fortified.
Again, the Necrobooks used, plus the house
Dire's
used.
middle tower is under attack.
They have to be fast, and they're gonna be really fast about this. Void jumps in, Chronos targets the Lycan, then one let down, doing lots of damage to everyone. Earthshaker finally comes in, DK with a slow, late BKB because he was shackled up, and Centaur then finally comes in. Hoofstorm and Stampedes up. Actually forced after away, and Skyride actually gets the last kill on Dragon Knight with his ultimate. Viper still actually doing some work. This getting Skyride killed. 5 men down for full meals here, and ObliqueGaming still gets the better of that engagement. Actually, the Wolves and the Necrobook units still hitting the tower. Gets it really low.
Dire's top
In
tower
fact, into
is
the
under
deny
attack.
range, but I'm sure they wouldn't want to deny it at this point. Clearly a failed approach to the game here by FuLL. They just wanted to juke them all together and avoid a conflict, avoid a contest, just go mid and just do their bang bang thing. But that didn't happen. They just had to overextend. They got trapped by the chrono, they got shackled, their BKBs were popped too late, and they suffered the consequences for it. 5 dead, a team wipe. That is something that is going to be really hard to come back from. See the XP graph dipping plus 10,000 in favor of ObliqueGaming, and the gold graph as well, more than plus 5. Actually, I think it's around plus 8,000 here at the moment. Void leading the charge with the last hits. Viper has been overthrown from the first and second position. He's now third by a reasonable margin of at least 23 creep kills. Void the top contender with 150, Windrunner falling closely with 144 right now. Look at it go. So using the casks to farm neutrals here. This is one Fat Witch Doctor at 30 minutes with an Aghanim Scepter, an Ogre Axe. He's going to go for that BKB here. 6 kills plus 1 tower that I saw him take. So he's considerably fat, reasonably farmed up. They try to go on the Windrunner, quick reactions and 4-staff. Windrun 4-staff, and she's immediately out of there. That fissure not actually landing. And meanwhile, in the mid lane we have 20-8 score in favor of ObliqueGaming, heavily favor. XP graph still continues to dip their way. Although the slope, the graph has normalized a bit, it's a flat line right now. Could go up. Right now we see ObliqueGaming. Crowley actually finds the Archmage Dragon Knight. A quick ultimate by Skyride Mage, actually doing a lot of work. BKB again a little too late. still would let him live, but the Centaur is still chasing Chrono on the Viper. Viper goes down in a flash with the Death Ward and right clicks. Plus Dark Knight goes down as well. Sorry, the Dragon Knight, I said Dark Knight, I don't know why.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Along with the Earthshakers, it's going in the way of ObliqueGaming, and a clever force staff on the Crystal Maiden, and she's force staffed out of the base. Enough for a concussive shot, an Arcane Bolt and Void to just jump in and hit her. You are dead.
Radiant's middle tower has
That's some
fallen.
clever cheeky play coming out from Skywrath Mage here. Good thinking. Meanwhile, the ObliqueGaming crowd going crazy. Void is stacked up really fast as the Maelstrom should be a fast Mjolnir if everything goes well, which clearly is at the moment. 24 to 8. Too hard. They focused on getting the towers, but they did not really make something out. They needed someone in those decisive pushes, like someone like a Batrider, to drag one out and create that disadvantage, create that imbalance. That did not happen anywhere. That's the reason. I mean, that's what I see happening here. They're trying to go head on 5 to 5, but there's always that Chrono that's gonna just be that big obstacle for them. One Glyph and one Chrono, and they're locked for around 10 seconds or more. That's not really the way you're supposed to go out. Trying to go head on for 5 and 5 with that sort of lineup against a Void. Again, Void comes into the Roshan Pit. Chrono's up, targets the Dark Knight. Sorry, the Dragon Knight. And again goes on it. Double Edge comes in from the Centaur. They're targeting 4 heroes. Naruto, Lycan is also dead here. Roshan falls to the Radiant. Lycan actually denies the Aegis, and Crystal Maiden actually using an ultimate finally tries to do something in this game. 4-man down for full meals here. Earthshaker
Dire's top tower is under
TP's
attack.
back to safety, tries to do what he can, but there's really not much that can be done here. I must sincerely apologize for again calling Dragon Knight as Dark Knight. I don't know why that thing is stuck in my mouth. Coming up.
Unstoppable.
Oops, I'm sorry. I missed a solo kill by Mr. Crowley. Got a Maelstrom, actually went down Earthshaker and got him solo. That's good thinking. He knew that Earthshaker, being the sole one alive, would think that probably full OG has had their share of action, would retreat back and would be farming. So he ventures out into the jungle where they conveniently have a ward placed, and ObliqueGaming does not fail to go and catch him off guard. Just get him down in a flash. 8-29 scores heavily in favor of ObliqueGaming.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Witch Doctor has bought his recipe of the Black Kimba, only a Mithril Hammer away from that permanent, like, literally unstoppable death ward glory. I've not seen him being disrupted once, except the one time when they tried to push the base. Even that was too late, the damage had already been done. What I see happening again and again is the Dragon Knight just not fast enough BKB reaction here. Always been a little slow. Void has his Mjolnir recipe ready. Should have the Mjolnir completed in short amount of time. Right. He actually tries to group in the middle lane. He makes something happen here. They could smoke and make something happen. Pick off one hero and then force their way in with all that immense amount of tower damage and building damage that they can churn out. A hull being used up. Skywrath Mage and Windrunner being warned by their teammates, but fortunately we know that they're not in harm's way anytime soon. Mech BKB complete. Viper chose to go for the Scepter after the BKB, a clever decision choice, although there's very little that they can do. when a Void Chronos targets and bursts and hits them down. In fact, you can consider Void's hit as bursts at this point of the game. He's hitting really hard. A shackle flies out but does not latch onto any hero here. They intend to probably
Radiant's
defend
top
this
tower
tier
is
1
under
tower.
attack.
They've even committed
Radiant
a glyph
structures
to
are
defend it.
fortified.
Seems like an overcommitment for a tower that can be backdoored later on. And Void has switched on his Master of Madness in a bid to actually
Radiant's
jump and
top
chrono
tower
someone, but
has
they've
fallen.
safely retreated back to the next tower in line, the second tower. Void does not want to overextend this. The team is still in place, in position, waiting for that one nice shackle so that the rest of the team can just follow up one by one. The Void Witch Doctor combo, I must say, is just the scepter is completed, and plus the BKB. This guy is gonna be mad powerful. Mad damage will be coming up from this Witch Doctor here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Windrunner using the focus fire on the tower here.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Really on the back foot for MeaLs
Dire's
throughout this
bottom
game.
tower
They
is
were
under
confident
attack.
when they were pushing in the early stages of the game, getting towers in no time, but now they've been pushed so far back that it's really hard for them to even imagine going out and facing them 5-on-5. The only way they actually tried avoiding them and going, that did not work out so well. They ended up getting team wiped essentially.
Unlucky find.
Bounty being picked up at center. He has a bite, a 4-star, a blink. This guy is fat. Let's see now if he goes for a heart or a blade mail. Plenty of gold here. Could possibly get a blade mail in another 400 to 500 gold here. Void on the bottom lane continues to farm. Ace being picked up by the Skywrath Mage. Now they've all grouped up in the Radiant jungle here. Let's see where this game is going. Really, they have a haste on the Skywrath Mage, plus a gem and a 4-star. We are waiting for the Aegis to back this time. No, I think they got it already. We're not, and the fans seem to have the. Gonna spawn back in some time anyway. Lycan here, a level 3 Necrobook, and Plate Mail. Wanted that assault, but did not get it. This is going to be another attempt at a split push, but Windrunner being prompt in TPing here. Try push the wave back a little bit. Be fairly easy for her. The power shot is quite powerful, coupled with the Maelstrom. Should be easy job. Prophecy here. 4 kills, 2 deaths, 11 assists and 219 last hits. Lots. Mask of Madness on him, and he jumps on the Viper. Immediately Skyman Ultimate comes in, and in no time Viper falls to the Faceless Void. This is just not going well for him. 344 gold going in favor of the Faceless Void. Gem being dropped. Claimed by the Skywrath Mage, but yeah. Probably for the Centaur to carry it. Skywrath has got it. He wants to get that Ghost Scepter, but I guess no one seems to be picking up the gem for him. Such are the ways of Indian Dota. What does Centaur come in? No, Centaur actually has 2.90 gold. He's probably going for that Reaver. Lots of strength, lots of return damage. Like the good way to go. Safe way to go. 8:30. Full meals is way behind ObliqueGaming squad here. They've been so precise with the games here. Great to watch.
A lucky find.
Secret shop, missing some activity here. Void actually going for the Chronos there. Buff in the form of an Aghanim Scepter ultimate. Building up to his scepter next, and has it complete actually. Now I guess would be the run up to the buyback gold. I don't believe they really need it, but seems like a safe bet. Smoked up, full meals is going for one last ditch attempt. Try and do something here. They again want to crack their way into this. I don't think it's gonna happen. They have too much lockdown until and unless Void is safely far away from them. Somehow he's split pushing and they manage to break his TP in that lane. Nothing seems to be going right. Now he can actually silence and shackle immediately. The ultimate is a whip, but still Void jumps in with the BKB and one hit and goes down. Sky, the net ward actually shit doesn't work. Crystalline actually drops to the dead one. So does Viper, and so does the Dragon Knight. Earthshaker is the only one alive. Now Viper, as that Viper falls down. Earthshaker TP's back to safety. This is the time. This is the place they really need to push and get this done in this game. 8:34.
It's up.
Doctor here still wants to farm. I don't know how much farm this guy needs here. The greediest support India has ever known. By far, I am legend. I hereby declare. Of course, I can't reveal myself. Centaur with the Witch Doctor. A perfect pair actually. Tasks. Double Storm, lots of work, and in the meantime, the Roshan being taken. Ages on the Void here. Windrunner is literally 6 slotted here. The only thing she can make is a travel and probably upgrade that Maelstrom into the Mjolnir. Crystal Maiden has been worth throughout this game. 8 deaths, 32 last hits. This is literally everything that I've ever seen on her. A tranquil boost, a pair of wards, or a smoke, and TP throw. That is all that she carries with her. Not much happening here. I wonder what they do here. Still scared and they're still intimidated in some form, in some minute corner of their psyche. Full meals still pose a threat to ObliqueGaming. This is what I think they believe, and that's the reason they're not going all out Rambo on this. Even though they can do that, it's within their capacity to actually go out all guns blazing and do what they want to do. They're not that confident. They just want to stick it out, be safe, secure the victories. A great initiation by Earthshaker, goes in with the Brewing Treasure and the Echo Slam. Dragon Knight and the Viper pops up their BKBs, goes up the cliff Centaur and TP's out, but a quick Dragon Tail stuns him right before he can TP out. A Stomp and then a Crystal Maiden using an ultimate, and Earthshaker coming up, blocking his way. Shackle shot coming from Earthshaker, from the Windrunner, actually gets the Dragon Knight. Now the Chrono comes in, finishes off the Viper. And a quick force staff coming in from Centaur actually lets Void get the last hit on the Earthshaker. This is it. This is the game-ending moment here. All the Lycan and the Crystal Maiden are still active. There's still pings going on from Windrunner and the yellow dude something, probably a gem that's been dropped. No, but gem probably something that was picked up by someone. Prophecy, 5k gold, literally fully stacked up. Probably can go for a boots of travel and a butterfly or a manta as a last item. Either way, everything's cool with him. Great item choice, very effective in team fights, very reliable indeed. While ObliqueGaming have finally grouped up on the bottom lane with Prophecy, Crowley, Windrunner, Void, and the Witch Doctor making their way towards the base. It's gonna be 5 versus 5 again, but this time again he has the Chronos ready, he has everything ready, he just doesn't even want to waste his time doing all that. He just goes, hacks away at the tower. Frostbite comes in from the Crystal Maiden, tries to bait out that Chrono, but no, Void's not interested. The Cliff goes off, Focus fires off, the Windrunner doing tons of damage to the tower here. And finally, again Crystal Maiden forced out by that Centaur. Great play there. First comes with the Echo Slam, again forced out and taken care of. Meanwhile, Void chronospheres everyone else and goes to work on everyone else. The Dragon Knight taking the fall, the GG well played calls coming out. Great game here by ObliqueGaming, showing their prowess and the dominance over the Dota scene. Full MeaLs falling down. I must say I love the use of that 4-star on 2 occasions, one Skywrath Mage and the second time Centaur. Just push that Crystal Maiden in front, she comes into First Nova and they push